Good morning. Good morning. A little early start today, 10 o'clock. We are actually gonna try to get two flights in today. Currently not scheduled, so we'll see what we can do here. But for now, we are sitting in Thessaloniki, Greece, at the airport, Makedonia, and preparing for a flight. Now, many of you are going, where in the world is Flying with Mike going? I like that. I like when I challenge you to figure out what the heck am I doing. We are heading to, and I am going to pronounce this horribly, but we are going to try Chișinău International up in Moldova. I'm sorry, not Moldova. It's one of the old Eastern Bloc areas of the world during the Cold War. We're going to fly it. It happens to be the destination of the month for Millennium Aviation. You can check them out right here, and I'll give them a nice plug here because I've been with them for quite a while. That ought to tell you something right there. They are a wonderful bunch of people. Great Discord channel, great flights. They're starting another week of a group flight along the Amtrak territories. And so those of you into trains, those destinations ought to intrigue you. Anyway, but we're flying also every month. They set aside an airport somewhere in the world as the destination of the month. Last month, if you'll recall, we went to Dhaka, Bangladesh, which then opened the door, of course, to everyone's favorite approach, Paro. And then I took it over to Kathmandu. Uh, Great dance behind it and a couple of songs. But anyway, it was a fun day of flying into Paro. And I will make note of this. First time I ever flew into Paro without a missed approach. And it wasn't a bad approach like our last flight. But it actually came together quite nicely. And I've been told there are even more charts out there that help them get in there. I can't find them, but that's okay. We made it in with what we got, and some streamers I see out there, I don't even know what charts you're flying with because they're not in my packets. So it must be those charts. But anyway, this month is Moldova, and I've never heard of this place. And I thought, you know what, this would be a good flight for today. So we are in the Toliss A320NEO. We are going to blast off, like I said, out of Thessaloniki, Greece, headed, like I said, straight up to Moldova. It's about an hour and a half, hour, 45-minute flight. And then we'll see what we can do out of there. My hopes is a second flight by getting it started earlier. Again, thank you for all the prayers that have. I know I don't normally solicit them, but thank you for those who have been praying for us. A lot of great things going on. Got one more. My daughter, like if you weren't here for Saturday's flight, Friday's flight, whenever that flight to San Francisco was, she is in the waiting game. Is does she get the job? Does she not? And boy, what an opportunity for her. And we're asking really for prayers for her to get employed here. So close to home, so close to her daughter as a single mom. And just a lot of things on top of the fact it's a pretty good company as far as we know, um, that she'll be able to start moving forward again. So many prayers going out, and we ask those of you that are prayer warriors out there, we're asking for your prayers. along with I have the prayers I've mentioned earlier. So, but I want to say thank you for those prayers have gotten her this far, and that is awesome. All right. So thank you. Thank you so much. It's an honor to always come on here and be in the community with you. Got a great verse of the day out there from Jesus. It's actually kind of one of those. Um, if anyone is ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, think about that right there, that first part of this verse. If you are ashamed of Jesus and the words and his words, the Son of Man will be ashamed of you when you come into the Father's glory with the holy angels. Ooh, doesn't sound good. So hope you think about that, because we are in an adulterous and sinful generation. We have been since day one, but it just seems to continue to spiral. And I think that if you watch an ice skater, you know how they start in a slow spin and then they slowly tighten up and it gets faster and faster. I think the world is in that same tailspin. It's just starting to tighten up and get worse and worse. So take those words from Mark 38:38. Actually, read chapter 8. It's actually a really, really interesting chapter in Mark. So, all right, let's get this plane going, shall we? It always helps to be on the right screen when you push a button. There we go. All right. So like I said, we're in the Toliss A320NEO. Now, Toliss does not per se make like what you would see on Allegiant or American. American does not have any Neos, contrary to many people's thoughts. I can't speak for United or Delta. I just don't follow those two very well. But American does not, and neither does Allegiant. However, I do fly it from time to time just because I like. If you see the tail number 196, November Victor, I really like that. For something with that plane, I really like, and it's not really a Neo. It's normal engines on an Airbus. So, this Neo is really kind of cool. I like it. Seems to have just a little bit more power, although not in the A321s. The A321s seem to be a pig. And forgive me for those of you that might love that plane. It just seems forever to climb. And I know it's longer, bigger, heavier, but something's missing. But I like this A320NEO. And the fact it's from Toliss makes it even that much better. It's analogous to those of you joining us from the other world of flight simming, to PMDG. You just get such intense aircraft procedurally, and I'll say it's study level, although whether it is or not, I don't really know. But I just know procedurally, I love flying this plane. It's a lot of procedures to get it going. So, and with that, I'm going to get going here. But we need to talk about the flight first. So here comes some toolkit. Yes, no, I am not online at this moment, but I will be here shortly. Um, Actually, I guess I should. Reason being, I hate it when they take my spot. I really do. 968. Okay. It happened a long time ago, I think last year in LaGuardia. And it really stunk because when I moved over, I had to go through all the procedures again. Albeit we went faster, but it was just, yeah, one of those, why? And it's because I was lazy and didn't come online real quick. Let's see if anyone's here. I didn't see anyone on the map, but I'm just kind of scanning the ramp. Nope, I don't see anyone. We're the lone dog here. All right, so let's get into this, shall we? Loadout for today, actually kind of heavy, 40,700 pounds. That's broken down to 185 people in the cabin, 8,300 pounds underneath. So pretty good load going up there. A lot of people trying to figure out, what is this place, Moldova? Maybe that's something to that. I don't know. But anyway, 15,700 pounds of fuel going into the plane. You can see the route, and as always in Europe, it's long. It's just a lot of stuff. But that's okay. Cost index 40, and we'll fly at 37,000. Weather, that's the name of the game here. Here in Greece, we have a broken sky that hopefully someone will fix at 35,000. Winds are 260 at 4, and not a bad day. It's 48 degrees, a bit on the chill here in the Aegean, but not bad. It'll be really bad if it's warmer up in Moldova. All right, well, the winds are out of the northwest, 300 at 5, overcast. At least it's overcast. No, 3,500, and it's a bit chillier, 37 degrees, which one would expect going into the continent and further north. Although it's getting close to spring. So really a beautiful day for flying, it looks like. Hopefully we'll have a pretty good day at it ourselves. Weather along the line looks fair, except for whatever is spitting out here on Sim Toolkit, but looks really good. Interesting side note on this run. Our alternate for today. Now, there's a bunch of airports. I didn't pay attention to this when I set the flight up. There's a bunch. Bucharest, there's others closer. Turkey. To be specific, Istanbul, Constantinople, however you call it, right down here on the coast. So literally, we have twice the fuel load that probably should be in the plane. It always kind of cracks me up where SimBrief chooses alternates. And with that, let's get to getting this airplane going. Now, when I come into the plane here, I drop, first off, I go up, do my preliminary stuff of fuel pumps off, kick the emergency lights to arm, no smoking to auto, nav lights, pick your number, and strobes to auto, ground control, and cabin purser up. That's my initial start off, okay? Then I come down here, check everything, make sure 122.8's in the box for the radio. I always set 2,000. I have yet to get an answer why most European VATSIM controllers put us on 1,000. I have no idea, considering that squawk code helps delineate you from that airplane. But if both of you are squawking the same, I don't understand. That kind of, to me, in my feeble private pilot mind, kind of defeats the purpose. So, but anyway, enough on that. I also make sure the doors unlock, parking brake set, master's off, norm on the master or engine selector. And if you want, check the throttles, make sure they move. Kind of a, make sure your plane's, your hardware's good for the flight. And now, and then I'm sorry, I almost skipped the biggest one. I come to mechanical and attendant. For make sure, external and chocks. Pushback, don't care. Fuel, set my fuel load. Okay, I've got it in there at 15,900 pounds. We needed 700. Plenty of fuel now. I do things in pounds. I know everyone over here, where I'm flying today is in kilograms. I get it. It really, I have a hard time with it. And you all say, well, it's much easier in pounds. I get it. You're 100% right. I've had a couple of really bad experiences as a truck driver with kilograms. I'll stay on pounds, and it's not meant to snipe at you guys. I just, ooh, was I overweight in my truck once? Wow. And then I come to the fourth page here and get our cargo. However, I don't really go after this just yet. Once I get the fuel and the packs in, I come over here, go to weight and balance, hit reset to current, and then see where my zero fuel weight is. Okay, for our flight, it should be according to SimBrief, 138,451 pounds. Okay, we're right there, 474 pounds. So everything's good. We got our passengers, got our fuel. So I don't worry about it too much. Okay, so now I've done the preliminary setup. Now, if you'll just follow along, I'm going to try and do this quickly so we can get up and going, okay? For those of you curious about the Airbuses and the simplicity that they are. Okay, bear with me a second here. I'm going to bring charts in. All right, so you can see the route again. I'm a little skittish right now after, I think it was Saturday's flight with the 747. I'm not sure. I haven't dared to watch the video because I'm scared the first hour to hour and a half was quiet because I had muted a microphone I did not realize or had remembered I did. So I'm very skittish in looking at things. Okay, so here's the route. What we're going to do is first zero in. Then I'm going to go to the chart feature. Oh, and to get, by the way, the route and all on here real quick, if you're on flights, up here you'll be able to load from SimBrief. Boom, done. That SimBrief account, folks, is so important. It works here. It'll help in the getting the airplane readied a little quicker. And in Zebo, oh my gosh, it includes the winds aloft and other things. So having a SimBrief account is almost very important. Now I can almost hear, well, I don't want to spend any money. It will not break your bank, folks. It's free. You heard me. It's free. I know in many other sims that word is very hard to find. X-plane, it's not. And it's not an X-plane thing. It's a flight sim thing. All communities can use SimBrief. And it's free. So, but you're going to find in X-plane a lot of fantastic aircraft with fantastic capabilities and application that are free. Just amazes me all that I find. And yes, we have our fair share of payware too, but I mean, the 737 we have from Zebo and Level Up are just out of this world, folks. And they're free. They are equal to, if not better than, PMDG, and they're free. That is awesome. And that's why I stay here. For those who always ask me, why don't you try the other one? One, it's too doggone expensive to just do a try. And two, it's too doggone expensive to put stuff into something that's already too doggone expensive. So that is many of the reasons right there, beyond a lot more. We don't need to get into it. We're here for fun. Let's get going. Okay, so why I came here to charts, we're going to go to the map, go to taxi, drop down here until we find parking, stands, and coordinates. Okay, GPS primary. Double check that we're good. Okay, we're good till 19th of March. I do have NavGraph subscriptions, both to NavGraph charts, more importantly to the FMCs. All right, so from here, clicking it. Now, if you've tied this to your SimBrief account, which I highly recommend, remember, it's free. We went down that rabbit hole here less than 5 minutes ago. You can do this. Wait a couple seconds. Wait a couple more. And boom. It's filled in everything and then more. Clear those off. Let's go to the init page. All right, so we are in number 7. I'm going to double check. Bear with me. Yeah, no, captains can't do this in the real world. Yeah, number 7. But they can do a lot more than I can, and that is have the fun of flying. All right, so we are going to look over here on the right side for the coordinates. Now, those of you that fly, say, Fearless with the SIVA or other aircraft with INS, you know exactly what these coordinates are for. They are telling the navigation on the plane where you are versus taking the standard airport fix, which could be close by, could be all the way at the other end of the airport, which in reality isn't all that bad, but if you can get it right on top of you, it's always better. 31.4. Okay, so 31.4 north. Okay, perfect. Click the line select. Now we're going to look for 2258.5 east. Okay, double check one more time. 31.4 2258.5. Align, confirm, wind, request. Now, if you go to next phase and click it again, oh, we actually got something this time. Usually I don't. That's why. Oh, wait, did I? Okay, so we're all set up here. Normally I don't get that. Oh, I'm going to have to start making sure I don't skip it. All right, so we got all our winds that are in. We've got our aircraft aligned. Now I'm going to kind of do a pre-brief with you for our departure. Real quick. So game plan is push back, taxi down Foxtrot to Fox 10, take off on the 11,000-foot runway, and join the, hopefully, Adoki 1 Echo. See if I got it right. ODIKO. Sorry, I thought it was an Odoki. I just kind of guessed at it. ODIKO 1 Echo. Now, we have two possibilities here. We have the Mikra, which we're not doing. which would be basically an out and back to the VOR, or we fly out to the 7-mile mark, start entering the DME 10-mile arc, and exit on 019 to Odoko. I really want to say Odoko, sorry, and be above 10,000 feet. That I'm not worried about. Okay, so that's our departure. Again, climb 280 to 7 miles from the Merca VOR, turn right, intercept the 10-mile arc, crossing Merc 008 to start our left turn to intercept 019 to Odoko. Minimum bank angles for that initial turn, 20 degrees. That's almost a standard rate turn of 22 degrees, or at least that's what I was taught in the 80s. All right, so there you have it. And for now, I'm going to just get going here. All right, so let's check our weight on the aircraft real quick. Okay, 138. Okay, we'll go with it. 29, that one we will not. 29 point. Okay. 15.9. Perfect. Okay, now F plan. Okay, we just got our inertial nav system aligned. Okay, we'll come back to that one later. All right. Okay, Odoko, sorry. And there is no transition. All right. Sounds like someone may be near us. Okay, up here at, I have to look at this to be able to pronounce it, Chișinău International in Moldova. We are going to plan as you look over here, runway 27, that looks good considering the weather currently. Runways there, just a simple 26, yeah, that'll work. Although 27 could work, we'll stay on the main runway. So 26. All right, so arrival. Now let's clear the chart for a second. One cool thing about this program charts, you can select, take a look at your approaches. And that'll set us up for the ILS. Okay, cool. And it puts it down below. All right, so here's what that'll look like. I hit the wrong button. Okay, we'll just come off a Dickod and head right on in. Okay, so we want ILS. We're coming in on the LIPTA Oh, we don't get a chart. Why? Ah, that's why. Okay. So you can see we're coming into LIPTA, direct DICOD, direct to the initial fix for the ILS. Okay. Pretty simple stuff. So we'll, again, translate that over here. Okay, LIPTA, LIPT 2E. Okay. And there are no transitions, so there. Now we just continue on, and everything's looking good. Okay, out to our missed approach, which looks like they just say, go west. We'll call you back when we want you. And then, like I said, here's the trick. We're headed all the way back down to the, literally almost where we started, LTFM. And that takes care of the flight plan. All right, and one last look. Here's what we're doing. All right. Well, since we hear it, let's see where it's at. There it is. All right. So next up would be the RadNav page. It's not set for any return, which is fine. Performance. Here's where I love to go. Go to the performance page and verify our weather, which I'm not going to bring up because it'll block. Variable, we'll leave it. Temperature 9, we'll leave it. 3030, we'll leave it. It's 1026. And we're going to leave the anti-ice off. Okay, so we have a couple of options here. We can flex the takeoff. We're at sea level or very close to it at 20 feet above. Okay, so we're not going to be hampered by density altitudes or anything like that. However, I am going to turn the air conditioning on so they can stay warm. Let's see what that yields us. Flex at 74, flaps 1. Our V1 is nearly way out there. Maximum speeds, by the way. Let's try, and this was weird a couple days ago. We went to 2, and it switched us into toga. Now, 3,000 feet worth of stopping, I'm okay with. Let's go with this. So we're going to flex at 74, flaps 2. You noticed our V1 speeds reduced, hence pulling it back. And wrote at V2, 143. So basically from here on, we'll clear 50 foot, no problem. V2, by the way, is your engine out safety speed. So if you lose an engine, how many of you been watching Facebook? Maybe been on the news. I'm pretty sure it would have been. It should have been if it wasn't. A 767 took off from Newark a couple days ago. Engine caught fire due to a bird ingestion. Okay, he came around. That engine, I don't know what the problem ended up being, why it didn't put the fire out. With the engine still on fire. Landed. Crews at Newark put the fire out. Everyone safe. 2, 3 people. And So I'm going to be kind of curious, what did the bird damage that the fire bottles couldn't put out? But like I said, the fire crews got it knocked down super quick, and there was only a short time that the runways were out of service. So really, but that right there is your engine safety speed. So you can climb, but you can safely climb. It's not like a dual engine, let her rip to the altitudes. Obviously, you can't. So they brought it back around to land. Great. A little nervous. We're getting people just parking now at airports, aiming cameras, hoping for $1 million shots. That'll last not very long, but it is kind of scary. Uh-oh, hang on. My wife just texted me. Okay, sorry for that, folks. But yeah, it was great to watch on Facebook. Well, that it shows you they set that V2 speed to climb, and if they got more speed, great. But that was their minimum, so they could get the aircraft clearing obstacles, still fly the departure, albeit wounded, and eventually bring it back in for landing. So if you haven't seen it, look it up. FedEx 767 engine fire. It should be pretty quick and easy to find. All right, so we know this. Now let's transfer over to here. Click uplink. Make changes as needed. And we said 1026 was good. Don't do that. I do that all the time lately. You want to put in 255 diagonal 1. And it really doesn't matter because what's being reported here is variable at 3. So how about we do that? We'll put tree. Okay. 2, 5. Oh, nope. Clear. 5, 5. Diagonal tree. There we go. Got a dry runway. Now, I will put the flap in here. Okay. But I won't put the flex yet. I'll just hit takeoff data request. Give it a few seconds. It'll come back with a message. Takeoff data uplink received. Here's our numbers if we go what's called takeoff go around, TOGA. So you can see we would be flaps 2 up 3, la 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 la. Now click flex, and this will give you those numbers. Notice they went down because we got a 2 knot more wind, I guess. I don't know. Then you just click uplink, and if you're good with that, great. If you're not, great. That's your numbers. Hang on. I'm going to go to black box real quick since we are in that territory. And I'll explain here in a second. I don't know if I'm sure he has. Yeah. Okay, so our thrust reductions are 1030. And I'll be honest, I have no idea what I'm putting in here. One day I'm going to re-watch his videos to find out when we do this, what these mean. But basically, I have modified the default for this airport thrust reduction, acceleration numbers, and the engine out accelerant. My guess, these are altitudes. That's my guess. Okay, so we go, instead of, I think we had 1,500 before, we go to 1,000, and then we'll get, I think, climb. I don't know how all that works. But it's a really good site, and now let me give you it. And if you just head over there, there are other airports now entering into that database of his. And hopefully you all can make sense of it. I'm just guessing. So I'm probably way wrong. But that finishes, oh, wait. Hang on, where is that again? Transition level is 10,000. Just happened to think about that. We're departing a 3,440 meter long runway, 28. So, wait a minute, is that right? So, anyway, I don't know if that's right or not, but anyway, there we go. But that brings us to the conclusion there. We're done with the McDo for now. Let's get up top here. Waiting for flaps. Flap open. Now we're just waiting for the EPU to go available. And then we'll finish up the checks. But the McDo is all ready to go. And avail. I'm just firing up the ACARS program, and we'll get rolling here shortly. It's amazing. Right before I started the stream, it was like 40 degrees outside. It's already to 50. Compliments of the sun finally getting rid of all of those clouds. Okay, we are ready, just about ready to go. Just gonna head up here. Hang on, we got one more big step to do. Bleeds on. Okay. Go to high. Okay, then strobe lights all set. Pack flows, fuel pumps on. Radios. Radios are set. Okay, call lights still on. All right, I think we're ready to go, folks. Switching panel, transponder set. And, oh no, we're not. Let's do this. One last look around. LRB, what's that? Ah, something we'll have to fly through. Alrighty. Okay, we've got a center up in between here and there. Let's go. How many of you? Oh, we need to start getting rid of things. Hang on. All right, as quickly as everything came in, everything's going away. Ooh, somebody's next door. A321. Ooh, headed to Rome. All right, we're going to go ahead, close up that last door. Okay. Transponder set, beacon set, switching panel looks good. Gear down, levers down, 3 green. We're in anti-skid nose wheel steering on. We're ready to fire up.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
All right, tug is actually right in front. That's a setting in the preferences for those with better pushback.
Some doors are still opened or the GPU or the ASU are still connected.
Ah, they are.
I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
All right, hang on. Go here, and
okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Is that him?
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Hang on a second. Okay. Oh yeah, it won't do that. I was pushing the wrong button. There we go. Here we go.
Starting pushback, and you may start.
Thessaloniki traffic, a GN 968 pushing back stand 7. Let's make sure he's not moving. Okay. Okay. All right, the engine's got to cool here real quick. I don't know how long. Oh, good, it cooled quickly. All right, and we're up and running. Starting number 1.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by. Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
All right, thanks for that pushback to the crowd. It is free, better pushback. It is updatable, and it's a really amazing program. Hopefully, we'll get a good gate in LaGuardia here soon. We'll give a good show of it. All right, there's our pin. All right, and back down to what we were doing. Okay, we got trim set. All right, we're there. Slides, APU, master switch off. Always forget this. Lapse times on, flight controls checked, auto brakes, we're ready to taxi. Thessaloniki traffic, Aegean 968 taxi to 28. All right, stand by here. All right, so go normal, click, click.
Thessaloniki traffic, Italo 619, pushing back on taxiway Delta, Italo 619.
All right, we just got a delay takeoff here for oil temperatures. Should clear here. Hopefully. All right, meanwhile, let's get that turned on. Radars are on, doors locked. Okay. How we doing? It's getting up there. We're almost to where it'll allow us for takeoff. Okay, flaps 2, terrain set or all set, ready to go. And Thessaloniki traffic, a GN 968 departing, runway 28, ODIKO 1 Echo departure. There we go, clear for takeoff. Okay, one last run. $80 knots. V1 rotating. Okay, there's 400. Thessaloniki traffic, GN 968 out of the area. All right, auto brakes off, ground spoilers disarm. And we're on. Okay. All right, we are headed. Okay, flaps are up. And we're entering that 10-mile arc. I do love flying into this airport. I don't do it enough, but it is such fun. Especially knowing the history, a little bit of the history that Paul gave us in the Bible of the people of Makedonia, Thessalonica area. Just love it all. All right, transition level takes us to standard. Landing lights off. And we're on our way. We're coming up to the turn now to the northern portion of our run, all the way up to Moldova. And hope you enjoy. Should be, we're getting ready to enter Bulgaria here shortly. Get past them, and then we'll be looking at the center. But for now, I hope you enjoyed that departure. That was actually quite fun. And yeah, I'm taking a whole lot of screenshots. And if you'll bear with me, I'm going to take a quick break to use the lav and stretch out these chicken legs, and then be right back with you. All right, we're back with you. Hope you all enjoyed that. We are, let's see, got a little ways to go. Yeah, I actually was thinking Bucharest for a alternate, but it put Turkey. So welcome aboard. We are airborne and ETA to Moldova, about an hour away. I think that's what I'm reading. Yeah, about an hour away. So hope you enjoy. Thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike. A quick little biography, if you will. Try and do it really short. I do possess a private pilot's license. Let me put the caveat on it. 1983, I believe, is when I got it. Might have been earlier. Flew until about 1985, 86 time frame, and figured out I wouldn't be able to afford flying. At the time, my folks were paying for it. I would not be able to afford it because I couldn't stay in college. I really couldn't figure out where, what, any of that. To be honest, that curse is still following me to this day. And I'm 60 years old. So I left flying real airplanes and went into firefighting. In the 90s, got out of the air, joined the Air Force as a firefighter, got out in 1990, really just before, about 6 months before Desert Shield. Because I can hear some of you go, how'd you get out? We couldn't. That's why. I was out before it started. Secondly, when I got out, I couldn't find anything in firefighting. There's a whole story there. We're going to leave it there. It doesn't need to be aired. But I started to drive a truck and drove it till 2001 when I re-entered firefighting. But in 1998-99 timeframe, I started flying on the flight sim. And by the way, I had dabbled with it back in the mid 80s when Microsoft first came out, when it was X's and Y's for runways, and cockpits were the same way until graphics came along. And then the flight sim could only go as far as Champaign from Meigs Field. I forget what it did after. I really do. And I forget how far north. I think it was Milwaukee, maybe a little further north. Watched it grow while I was in the Air Force there to where you paid for sceneries. And then that's when I left and started to drive a truck, and then came back, like I said, 98, 99, started flying with Virtual Airlines, and really loved it. It was my out for not being able to fly real airplanes. So I went through flight sim. I think it was 98, but it could have been 2000, 2002, 2004 FSX. I did not cross over to prepared. Heard way too many bad stories. People really seriously cursing it out. It was bad. And I don't know for sure just how bad prepared was, but it wasn't all that great. Like FSX wasn't all that great. But a few computers later, FSX actually became pretty decent for this guy. Made a change in the year 2020. I had all intentions of giving that sim a try. However, Hawker 125, as you all know, is one of the moderators here kept pushing and pushing, try explain. Well, another computer was needed, so I did it. I got explain 11 and flat out found out it wasn't what it was like when I tried it a lot earlier. Meanwhile, streaming was starting to come alive. Obviously, it's the COVID years. And what I saw of that sim horrified me for the amount of money they wanted you to shell out. So I didn't go. I stayed with X-Plane, and I stayed through X-Plane 12, and I have watched some amazing transformations in this flight sim. And besides all the free aircraft that are just amazing, what procedurally and all that go into them, it's amazing. Some default, some not, but it is just been amazing. And to think how much money I had to shell out on the other side to get quality like that was just, it really was mind-boggling, and a huge testament to X-Plane and Laminar, who actually is behind it. So I will continue. Right now, we are in X-Plane 12. We just wrapped up all the betas and all the little changes to X-Plane 12.1. So next up, when we start into the beta cycle here, which could be tomorrow, could be April, who knows? That's up to Laminar. But we'll be in X-Plane 12.2. And looking forward to it. Rumors abound like all updates. I'm looking forward to it. What we gained in X-Plane 1.1 or X-Plane 1, unbelievable. We got Saba, St. Bart's, and St. Martin, plus a whole lot of other things that went with them and added along with them. Improved, oh my gosh, these are phenomenal airports with, they're just phenomenal. The next big update, we got ATC. Now, any of you that's ever used a Flight Sim's internal ATC to fly, I have. It usually sucks. Matter of fact, it does suck. Until an update came, 1.3, I want to say. And Laminar said, no, let's make it just as good, if not better. And wow, what they came up with. I still, to this day, will tell you, in flight instructors, any new pilot you get that's skittish on the radio, get them on there, get a flight set up. Don't have to have them fly it. Let them listen to ATC. Understand they're not this huge ogre, even though they can be. And that they can talk to them just like the guy across the fence. We had people when I was working at an airport. That's where I went in 2001. Terrified to get on the radio with the tower. And, I had one almost literally freeze up because when he called for something, externally, something happened on the airport. And it freaked him out. It took a little bit, but he's actually was a pretty good driver. He's since left. And so have I. But it's really a great training tool, not teach them how to fly tool, but that ATC, yes, can be confusing because of the jargon, but it's learnable and it's not overbearing. So that's why I say that. So I haven't flown a flight online here on stream in a while with ATC. I may do it here soon. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of like talking with VATSIM. I mean, the San Francisco flight was perfect. If you haven't seen it, oh, I really don't want to hype it up, but yet I do. A horrible approach on my part. Horrible. Yes, 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 Mr. Controller, you were 100% right. Should have gone around, tried it again. There were a lot of other things that happened to put me into that position. It happens to everyone out there, folks. But we recovered, got it over on the runway, plenty of room to stabilize, and actually turned out a pretty decent landing. So if you want to watch it, it was Seattle, San Francisco. But I really like talking that way. But if you're not in the mood for VATSIM or whatever your poison is for online controllers, when that update came, that was an amazing transformation of default ATC. Long story short, amazing transformation. And to be honest, sorry, I have not tried out anything that came with 1.4 except Barra Airport got improved. We'll talk about that in a second. And Salzburg. On top of Salzburg being updated, Austria became the default demo when you try out X-Plane. That's where you demo at. And they did some amazing things to Salzburg. Now, Barra. What is Barra? It's not in the Caribbean. Far cry from the Caribbean. It's in Scotland. You may have heard of it. You probably haven't. But it's an airport where runways are here one moment. The next moment, granted, 6 hours or so later, gone. You're landing on a beach. This is a real airport, folks, with real air carriers serving it, not Joe Blow six-pack in their little Cessnas and Pipers. Oh no, these are Dash 6 aircraft coming in with Airlines of Scotland. Islanders come in there. So like I said, the runways are there one moment and they're gone the next, underwater. So fantastic stuff we got. So hope you enjoy. Yes, the biography kind of dwindled away and a little bit of a help with X-Plane, but we're really looking forward to what Point 2 has to offer. This guy is, at least. As for us, we are now approaching SOMOV in about 73 miles. And SOMOV is the beginning of that center. What is that center? I'm just going to do this. Still having that trouble with Elevatech. But it is what it is. Is that 122.30? Oh, well. I haven't seen an update in quite a while from them. I keep hoping for an update. But there hasn't been one. But all of a sudden, I no longer see my route, and it doesn't give me the option to continue with SimBrief. So, I don't know what happened. I broke it. It's in actually alpha, so I don't know what I did. All right. So let me, I got a better thing to look at here. Oh, we're in between. I was gonna say Greece came up. Huh. Huh. The guy that took off, I lost him. I have no idea where he is. He said he was going to Rome. I don't see anybody in that direction. Must have disconnected. And we're looking at 122.30. Okay, so we'll come down here. Okay. Now, $1 million question. Got time? Let's see if they happen to be on Hoppy. And one day I am going to get a hold of someone to help me with Hoppy's ACAR and this one. Let's see, LROP. I wish there was just a quick let's go to controllers. Didn't think so. So far there isn't. They may not. I'll bet Bucharest doesn't have it. Just checking further down. Nope. Okay. No big deal. No big deal. I just tried to get on, be ready with the ACAR system, but if they're not using it, can't do it. So I hope y'all enjoy. Hope you have a great time. Hey, come on up. We're headed to an airport many of us have never been to. I'm going to call it LUKK. LUKK. One underscore Kyle underscore Zulu Alpha underscore. Thanks for the follow. We sure appreciate you coming alongside. Hope you enjoy the flight. But yeah, come on up, folks. LROP, as I like to call it, LROP, Bucharest, is staffed with controllers. So come on, let's all go fly into this place called LUKK. 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 I am your father. Had to do it, folks. You knew it was coming. So let's have fun and head into Moldova as a destination of the month for Millennium Aviation. And enjoy. This is a fun run, and I think we may have that time to do another flight after. We'll see, though, once the wheels are on the ground. So hope you all had a great weekend, and unfortunately, yeah, it's Monday. But look on the bright side. Not too many days down the road, we'll be back into a weekend that's even closer to spring for some of us. Some of you, I know that means it's getting closer to fall, and your winter will be starting soon. That would be those south of the equator. But anyway, take note, if you're looking for something positive, look at it that way. Every day God allows you to take a breath is a day closer to when, one, we see God, but two, spring is coming to us. It has been a pretty, it's been a pretty winter, if you will. I mean, sometimes we get a winter like this, sometimes we don't, and we forget what winter can really mean. So this one kind of opened people's eyes a little bit. This wasn't as bad as some of them have been, but it had its moments, don't get me wrong. And we're about 40 minutes out, so enjoy. We'll be in ATC's territory here, probably at that river. Just something tells me that river will be toot, 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 toot. Yeah, I got a feeling that is going to be it. When we cross over that river. That river, by the way, heads up to Vienna, and I'm trying so hard to remember it. The only one that comes to mind is the Rhine. Danube? I think it is. Huh. All right, we're about to enter. I think when we cross this river, we'll be getting called, if not sooner. And out in the distance is the Black Sea. Okay, I'm going to do one more look on Hoppy.
Etihad 123, radar contact.
Bucharest Control, Aegean 968's with you, fly level 370.
Sar Express 7 Foxtrot, Bucharest. Go ahead, Sar Express 7 Foxtrot. Sar Express 7 Foxtrot, contact Budapest Control 120.375, right? 123.275, confirm. Negative 120.375. 120.375, Sar Express 7 Foxtrot, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bucharest Radar, Aegean 968's with you, flight level 370. Had this problem before.
Emirates 24, confirm you released us from your frequency?
Yes, AFIR.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem, safe landing.
Thank you. Bye.
No idea why he's not hearing me. Bucharest Radar, Aegean 968 with you, flight level 370.
Bucharest Radar, bună seara, from TBM 1 November Charlie at Băneasa, with information Alpha, ready to copy clearance. TBM 1 November Charlie, bună seara, Bucharest Radar, standby.
Radar, be advised, I think you have your cruise functionality disabled. We'd appreciate enabling it to hear other traffic. Thank you.
Roger, standby. November Charlie, ready to copy? Ready to copy, TB1 November Charlie. TB1 November Charlie, cleared via Booker 1 November, departure runway 25, climb level 140, squawk 1000. Runway 25, Booker 1 November, departure, climb flight level 140 and squawk 1000, TB1 November Charlie. TB1 November Charlie, readback is correct, startup approved at on discretion report ready for taxi. QNH at NASA 1026. Copy, clear startup, QNH 1026, report ready taxi, TB1 November Charlie. Sweet Bad Tango Papa, due traffic, either I have to stop you, climb flight level 300, either make you turn right 10 degrees, how do you prefer?
8 Tango Papa, we got bail of that. Is that stop climb at 300?
I can stop you, climb level 300 or turn you right 10 degrees and continue your climb, however you prefer.
We can go right 10 degrees.
Roger, turn right to heading 310.
I don't know what's going on here.
Tango Papa, and continue climb just to check.
Confirm, continue climb level 340.
Roger, thank you very much.
We'll try it again.
Jet travel 89 Juliet Tango, nothing further, monitor Unicom 122.8 by.
1.8, Jet travel 89, thank you.
Singapore 354, Bucharest.
And Bucharest, Aegean 968, squawking 5005.
Lufthansa 61, Bucharest.
Lufthansa 61, go ahead.
Set squawk 1000, please.
Squawk 1000, Lufthansa 61. Bucharest radar, good evening, Singapore 354, heavy with you for level 400.
Singapore 354, good day, Bucharest radar, set squawk 5431.
Squawking 5431, Singapore 34.
I'm gonna need a dispatch here.
Austrian 764 Alpha, contact Budapest 120.375, bye.
Switching to 120.375 for Austrian 764 Alpha, thank you, bye-bye. Bucharest radar, be advised, Yankee Romeo 16 Bravo, formation leaving city outbound to Tuzla, thank you.
16 Bravo, roger. Singapore 354, radar contact.
All right, I'm not sure.
123, nothing further, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye bye.
MC Command, Etihad 1230.
Lufthansa 61, stand by. Lufthansa 61, contact Budapest 120.375, bye.
Oh, Budapest. Okay. Wonder why that one's not showing up. Are we that far away from it? Anyway, I'm not sure what's going on. We've had this issue before where we're not able to talk with them. And don't know where that's lying.
Osprey 63 Kilo, contact Budapest 120.375, bye.
To Budapest Control 120.375, Osprey 63 Kilo, goodbye.
With 329er to confirm you are direct to Oscar Papa 265.
Oh, LUKK direct to Oscar Papa 265, apology, we see sheet to, oh sorry.
We 329 to disregard, continue to Tosvi.
Okay, continue direct to Oscar Papa 265 with the 322 and report ready for descent.
Roger, with the 329 to descent flight level 170.
Descent to level 170 with the 322.
Stuart 8 Tango Papa, are we able to get back on course?
Stuart 8 Tango Papa approved to Daggett.
Perfect, back to Daggett for Stuart 8 Tango Papa.
Lufthansa 61 con Pavan trimis. Qatari 564, Unicorn 1228, bye. With 329 to contact Bucharest approach, frequency 119.415.
Contact Bucharest Control 119.415, thank you, VC 322.
Okay, we are definitely not.
All station standby, frequency controller change.
All right, so we got that Qatar aircraft at about 20 miles now. I doubt we'll see anything.
Bucharest,
Oh, yeah,
Radar, Turkish 4 Yankee November, good night, with you, flight level 250.
Turkish 4 Yankee November, squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Turkish 4 Yankee November.
Air Moldova 248 ready for descent.
Air Moldova 42AD, send flight level 170.
Descent flight level 170, Air Moldova 248.
Bucharest Radar, hello, Lufthansa 700 with you, flight level 400.
Lufthansa 79 radar contact, break, Turkish 4 Yankee November identified. You're clear to Buga 2 uniform arrival, ILS 26, actually disregard time.
Roger, stand by.
Windrose 525, Bucharest Radar, very good evening, Comfort 0340.
Windrose 525, Bucharest Radar, Squawk 5027.
Squawk 5027, Windrose 525.
Turkish 4 Yankee November, descent flight level 110, you're clear the Buga 1 X-ray arrival, ILS 26 left.
Roger, descent 110, ILS 26 left, Obuga 1 X-ray arrival, Turkish 4 Yankee November.
Air Moldova 248, request arrival information.
Air Moldova 248, you're clear NAC 2 X-ray arrival, ILS 26 left.
Dinak 2 X-ray arrival, runway 26 left. Air Moldova 248.
All right, we need
TBM 1 November Charlie is ready for taxi, sir.
TBM 1 November Charlie, just to confirm you received your clearance.
Confirm, sir. Clearance received. Will be an advice ready for taxi.
TBM 1 November Charlie, taxi Bravo, Charlie Foxtrot Delta, hold short runway 25.
Bravo Charlie Foxtrot Delta, hold short runway 25, TBM 1 November Charlie, thank you.
Agent 968 Bucharest.
Bucharest, GN 968.
Agent 968 Bucharest radar.
And Bucharest radar, GN 968. How do you read? How does it do that?
Turkish 4 Yankee November, contact Bucharest approach 119.415. Bye bye.
119.415, thank you for your control, have a nice night, bye.
And Bucharest control, GN 968. How do you read? Bucharest radar, GN 968. How do you read? Wait a minute, we're stuck. Someone. The second flight is getting a little precarious right now. I'm going to have to do a reset when we get on the ground, I think, of the computer and see if that helps. Because now what I've done, I can't even hear them. I started X-plane. Still can't hear them. All right, we've lost it, so we're going to initiate descent. Quickly here, above 5,000, so we're dropping to 5,000. I really don't know what the heck went on there with VATSIM. This has happened one other time, and gonna have to figure it out. So, all right, well, we're gonna go ahead and start our descent. We'll just worry about that after the flight. Like I said, that may jeopardize the second flight that I had planned, but we'll see. All right, let's get our people in their seats. Okay. Yeah, I can't something's going on, and I may have to try a reset, try a couple of other things to get back to where we were. Really wish there was a way to test it. All right, well, that's just one more thing to add to what's not gone right. All right, so flight level 290, let's just start down. We've got a pretty steep descent in play. Oh, could it have been that? Oh, man. Oh, well. Okay, well, we'll see. Well, we're not going to come back up because it's not fair to him, not fair to the traffic there. But we'll get on the ground, try and do some radio checks. And I may have to enter a hold here. So I think... Hang on a second. Let me see if that'll be still okay. At or above 4,000. It could be. All right, we'll keep going, but we'll see how things are at LIPTA to get on this descent. Well, that's a bummer. We had to come off VATSIM. Okay, we're going to set brakes low. We may do a hold in between LIPTA and Dicod, and but we're going to set low. Yeah, I'm going to, for safety, I'm going to do a 360. Let's see, what's the distance? Well, 30 miles. That's, and we'll see. All right, a little nervous here. We may midway down do a 360 to make sure that we make it to 4,000. All right. Well, again, we've lost comp. Yeah, we're going to do a 360. I just know this too well. Oh, just aggravates that we lost VATSIM again. All right, we should be intercepting. There we go. All right, and YouTube viewers watching this, hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe and thumbs up. Love to see those thumbs up. Hope you all enjoy it. And we're beginning our approach into Moldova. Theo620, thanks for the follow. We sure appreciate you. Hope you enjoy the landing. Awesome, since X-Plane 7. That's actually close to the one that kept me away so long. I tried X-Plane 6, and I really did not like it. Hang on a second, let me try this again. And that's what kept me on FSX for the full 13 years until a new sim came out. And then it didn't look all that great on the videos and reviews. And I had to make the jump. So, and I'm glad I did. And came in X-Plane 11, liked what I saw there, and continued into X-Plane 12. See, you had it was completely different in that. Yeah, it was. But I think it was X-Plane 8 that the scenery updated, and again, I think X-Plane 11 or 10 updated it again. 12 just had one, good Lord, I forget how far back. And it is just, I mean, I'm sorry. I really like what Laminar is doing, just like a lot of people. All right, I am going to set now 4,000. And we're going to set 220. Okay, we'll get flaps 1 set. We're about to intercept the localizer, but I love having new viewers. Theo620, welcome in. In that time was really difficult. Yeah, VFR flight is very difficult always to actually do it properly, visually, not with GPSs and all of that. Now, don't get me wrong, pilots of today, VFR, will use their GPSs if they have them. Oh yeah, the poor scenery is the reason you can't. The scenery isn't fully what you look like out your window. And that makes it difficult to fly VFR. But you can, to some degree today, do it. It's tough, but yeah, I'll give the other sim that you can do that. But it's still not 100%. But things are getting better, and what's coming down the road, potential is there for it to get even better. All right, let's, how far out am I? Okay, 10. Let's go ahead and slow to 180. No, let's go ahead and put her 160. Flaps 2. Well, looky there. It's always nice to roll out and see your runway. But yeah, now you've got the orthos out there and all. I just can't get them to load right, so I just don't fly with them. Okay, we need... $138. Okay, slow into 140. Okay, fully established. Chișinău Airport, Aegean 968, fully established to 6, full stop. Down 3 green, brake set low, brake fans coming on, so that way, and
2000.
okay. All right, here we go. Cleared to land, 26. Okay, Pappies are in sight, and we are planning to land. I don't know, it seemed like a steeper approach.
500. 400. 300.
100 above.
200.
Minimum.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Retard.
10.
5.
Won't make that intersection. We'll make this one though. All right, welcome in, folks. What a great flight. I didn't grab the landing yet. We'll look at it in a minute, but felt good. Hang on. Spoilers are acting up here. Part of me thought about 2.7, really did. It's only, what, 7,800 feet long. But I chose for the longer runway. This one at nearly 12,000 feet, so... Looks like about an hour and 30 minutes from brake release. Oh, who'd have thought cargo jet was up here? Get an idea where I want to park. Think we'll just go right here. Okay, parking brakes on. All right, real quick run through here. APU's running, brake fan looks good. Okay, we can shut one down, get the all right, we're on the ground here. Let's just finish up. Okay, that'll start things in movement outside. Seatbelts elapsed time, 1 hour 43 minutes there, and 1 hour 36 from the runway. All right, we should be seeing the little bus buggy come up here in a minute. All right, let's take a look at this since we're gonna have to restart. Hang on. All right, we'll get the back bus coming in too. And all right, so let's let me take a look at the airline. 33 feet a minute. That I don't think was that good, but that was pretty good nonetheless. So let me go ahead and close you out. Since we're preparing for a restart. Got accepted already too. Cool. Let me see if what they told me I could do works. Hang on. All right, that worked. Wow, that made that easy. All right. All right. So sorry about that. Was something Millennial told me I could try. I did. Wow, that was simple. Copy paste right off the homepage. So, all right. Now let's take a look at Elevatech, which I have not been very happy with here of late. Trying to find it now. Ah, there it is. Okay. Complete. What's happening for those curious? I'll start a flight. I'll click start tracking. It will skip the page that asks you to continue with SimBrief and no route. So I have to fill it all in. What's red? No idea. Huh. But anyway, let's look here. 112 feet at 125 knots. That's not bad. Hour, 29-minute flight. But yeah, I had to fill in most of that stuff to get it to say what you see. So, again, I'm starting to wane on this. Good for us. Sim Toolkit is still available and working just amazingly. Sim Toolkit recorded us at 239 feet per minute at 125 knots. So anywhere from, I forget what Elevatech said, to 239. That, oh, excuse me, I did not mean to yawn in your ears. Appears to be what are a good frame rate or a good feet per minute landing. Now I'll complete the flight here. Pull it up here, get the details. Now this is what what we saw over at Elevatech. Numbers slightly different, but 239, 137 or 1.3 Gs and 125 knots touchdown. Little slow, but that's not bad. About 5 knots, I'd say slow. So really, touchdown was pretty good. Little long, as we're about to find out. Okay, we landed 2,100 feet down the runway, right on the center line, which is what we all aim for. Now, what do we aim for? These big white pads. Now, X-Plane has them a little different. They're set in Europe a little different than the US. You'll find a lot of little differences. But we still aim for those big white pads. Visually, sorry. Oh. And again, in this case, they're a little over 1,500 feet down the runway. So we actually didn't do all that bad, 2,100 feet down. We're only 600 feet past them. So, and if you were ever curious, what are these hash marks here for? They're 500 feet down the runway. So they give you an idea where you are. Now, on a 12,000 foot runway, that's not bad at all. But if you get past these, you're getting outside what they say is the quote landing zone. Now, if you start seeing those at the other, when you're rolling out, getting larger, more stripes or the big pads, and you're still doing 100 knots, you might want to find some brakes, because it's counting down to the end of the runway. So it gives you, as the pilot, kind of like a golfer. They tell me that there's bushes or obstacles along the fairways that give them an idea how far from the cup. Same general principle here, how far down the runway and how much left if you get that far. So, and at places like Congagas in Sao Paulo, where it's a lot shorter, Midway, Reagan, those help you know, hey, the end of the runway is coming up, Buster. You might want to find those binders and get that airplane slowing down, or put it in full reverse and yeah, hope for the best. And by full reverse, I mean full throttle, which you're not technically supposed to do. As they've told me, I don't know. I've never flown this complex of airplanes in a real world. Just play them on TV. All right, but there it is, a GN968. I've had a great time with y'all. I hope you all have as well. 1_Kyle ZA, thanks for the follow, along with Theo620. We've had a really good flight. We had Shampoo Flyer last flight that I forgot to mention, and I hope you all enjoyed. Not 100% sure, kind of put a little wrinkle in my day here. I was kind of hoping to transition into a second flight. May still be able to, but I got to get in there and figure out what the heck's going on with ATC and all of that good fun stuff. So for now, I am going to go ahead, sign off, and we'll hopefully be back up for a second flight. If not, I had contingencies if we couldn't, or if we could. So I can always do that other flight at another time. So, but we'll see what's going on here and try and figure out what the heck went wrong. You gotta love computers. Always something going wrong. So, all right. Well, I hope y'all have the rest of your Monday is a great Monday. We'll see you for sure tomorrow with some great flights out of, oh, no, correction, strike that, back the tape up. No, we'll be back Wednesday. Tomorrow, just too much going on, a little bit of too much uncertainty of what's going on. So we're just going to ease out of tomorrow and come back Wednesday. And we'll be flying out of Fort Lauderdale. So you all can check the schedule, find out what we're doing, and hope you enjoy. So for now, God bless you all. Great flight, great time. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday. And we'll see you on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll get it straight yet in my mind. See you then.